Going live. All right, here we go. Most High in Christ. There we go. All right, right now. Shalom. If you're just tuning in, if anyone got any questions, as usual, please put them in the comment section down below. We'll get to them if we get a chance. Most likely, we'll be able to get a chance as always. I'm joined today by Officer 50 Karunga Bar from I.S.U.P.K Chicago, and Officer 50 Mariah Allah. And what we're going to talk about today is a pressing issue of the North American Indian, the struggle of Native Indians all across America, all across the Americas, I should say. And that's what recently passed is the Super Bowl. You understand? Now I could go on for days about all the satanic and horrible garbage that was going on during the Super Bowl. But the main thing I want to touch on is why we are not a mascot, man. We're not something to be paraded on this land, you understand? But our oppressors that hate us so much murdered us and slaughtered us to where now they can parade us around as if we're some mascot, man. You understand? That's why you got the Chiefs and the Indians and the Blackhawks. You understand? They got that because America has conquered us. America has conquered us here in America and enslaved us. This land is no longer the land we once knew. This is now the land of our captivity. You understand? That's something so heavy that so many North American Indians must understand, that this land is no longer our land. This is now the land of our oppressors. You understand that even though this land rightfully was given to us and it belongs to us, it is no longer in our possession. And more important for every North American Indian to understand is that the reason that our oppressor parades us around as mascots, man, because he's won. He's won. Grab me Genesis 49, verse 17. Yeah, Bible. I got you.
Genesis 49, verse 17.
Verse 17. Grab me that. And again, if anyone got any questions in the room or online, go ahead, please pull them down, ask your questions, and we'll get to them most high willing, man, because this is something heavy we're going to touch on today. You come up here, Mariah. You come up here, you move the thing. You got something to say? You got the scripture? All right, no sweat. Let me get there with you. All right, so go down 19. Go verse 19.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at last.
Whoa, slow it down. Repeat it one more time if you could.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at last.
Slow it down. A what shall overcome him?
A troop shall overcome him.
A what?
A troop.
A troop shall overcome us. A troop has overcome the North American Indians. Now, there's such a simple breakdown. We've broken it down over 1,000 times, you understand. But what we fail to realize is that we have been overcome here in America, you understand? That the North American Indian, the Hispanic, this land has been stolen from us, you understand? This land was rightfully given to the North American Indians, to the Hispanics, and you can find that in the Bible. This is a land where no man inhabited till the North American Indian. You understand? Now, the problem with this is many North American Indians will take that claim and take that statement and say we're Mongoloids, right, and say we're Asians. No different than how black people are with Africa. How they'll say we're Africans. You understand? That's the parallels between, and that's the lie that they've taught us in America. Now the North American Indian, we don't think we could be related to black people. We don't think we're related to the Hispanics, because now we think we're Mongoloids and we're Asians and all this nonsense. When the Asians ain't got flavor like us, right? You get what I mean? I ain't never been to a reservation and seen there's a bunch of wild dogs on the reservations. Y'all don't know, they call them res dogs. I ain't never been on a reservation and seen no brother eat a dog and be like, man, that dog right there, man, he look tasty. We gonna barbecue him. I ain't never seen that. But you know what I have seen that? I seen that in Chinatown. And they grab the dogs and the cats up and chop them up and eat them with the rice and all that. You get what I mean? That's why they got this whole coronavirus going on, which is which is a prophecy in the Bible. People don't even realize where it said pestilence. I'm stuttering, but it's like pestilences and all these things are coming to pass. You understand? What we must realize as North American Indians is we have been overcome here in America. This land has been stolen from us. Everything that we've known, our culture, it's said that the North American Indians, a lot of us still don't know our culture.
Right.
And our culture is more than just powwows. Our culture is more than just fringes. Our culture is more than just feathers, man. But here's the thing about that. How can you trace that back? You get what I mean? A North American Indian, if they trace their heritage or what they think their heritage is, they're gonna get three different answers. You get what I mean? Because they don't really know what the fringes mean. They don't really know what feathers mean. They have an idea. You understand? For example, the shield of David. They found all throughout Native American clothing and history and all that. But many North American Indians still don't know what this symbol means. You ask them what this symbol means, and they'll tell you it's the sun. They'll tell you it's a star. They'll tell you all this nonsense, man. When the North American Indians spoke ancient Hebrew. You understand? But because a troop overcame us, we do not know who we are. Read it one more time if you could, Cornball.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 19. Gad, a troop should overcome him.
And a troop overcame us, man. What's the troop? The U.S. cavalry, the U.S. military, it's government that overcame us and threw us on reservations, man. And this is prophesied in the Bible. So to everyone saying that the Bible is a fairy tale book, the hell are you talking about, man?
Right.
If you could, Mariah, grab me that scripture in Deuteronomy 28 where it says, you should become a proverb. You should become a proverb and a byword. Continue on that, Quran.
But he shall overcome at last.
But he shall what?
But he shall overcome at last.
But he shall overcome at the last. This is the prophecy unto the North American Indians given by God. Even though you've been overcame here in America, even though you are on the downtrodden of this place, you understand? Even though that you're at the bottom begging for pennies, man. You know how many North American Indians are on public on government assistance, man? And they are meant to feel guilty about it.
Right.
They are meant to feel bad about it. How come every time Native Indians and Hispanics and Black people, how come every time we get on public assistance and government assistance and all that nonsense, how come we're always looked down upon? But when them devils get government assistance, ain't no one complain about it. You want to know why? Because this land was stolen from us. They're the winners. You understand? To put it in a way you can understand. They are the ones that are ruling. That's why we call them the oppressed.
Right.
The Europeans. They're ruling in their kingdom, and that's why we're at the bottom, man. That's why when we get government assistance, when we get all these policies, food stamps, what else? What another one, Mariah? Link, WIC, all that. When we get all that, we're looked down upon because we niggas, man. Cause we're Native Indians. Cause we're nothing but savages to them. You understand? But when they get on government assistance, oh, she needs help. She's a single mother. You know, she can't afford these kids on her. You know, you get all that. Right. But when you do it, it's you're lazy. You don't have a job. You're this. You're that. You understand? When you deserve government assistance, not only do you deserve free food, you deserve free housing, man. You deserve for the government to, as soon as you come out the womb, you should come out rich. Straight up. Am I telling you a lie? Am I telling you something you don't know? Through all the struggles and the hardships we've been through as North American Indians, and we've been as the natives of this land, we should come out the womb rich. Right. You get what I mean? We should come out plentiful. But instead, we're left with nothing, man. We're left with a small dirt piece of land and drug addicts all around us, you understand? With our parents on drugs, with our parents drunk, where sometimes our parents ain't even there.
Right.
You understand? What every Blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indian must understand is that we have been overcoming this land. But the glory, the good news, what Christians call the gospel is this, that the North American Indian is going to overcome at the end, man.
Right.
The North American Indian is going to overcome with Jesus Christ and 200 million angels. You understand?
That's right.
That's Judgment Day for you. That's Judgment Day. Judgment Day is when Christ comes back to set free the North American Indian, to set free the Hispanic, to set free the Black man. You got that for me, Mariah? Drop that, Crumb. No, we're going to pick up what Mariah's at.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
And we shall what?
And thou shalt become an astonishment.
Now, what we're touching on right now is the mascots. You understand? I'm pretty sure you saw the Super Bowl, Mariah.
Right.
Who won?
The Chiefs.
The who?
Kansas City Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs. Good Lord. That's the name. The Kansas City Chiefs,
Right.
man. And you got to think about it. There's a team called the Redskins, the Chiefs, the Blackhawks. You
Right.
understand? You want to know why they do that? They do it to mock you, man. Like we just read in Genesis, God, a troop shall overcome them. We've been overcame in this land. You
Right.
want to know how you know? When you've been made and paraded around this land. We've all seen that picture, right, of Theodore Roosevelt holding a slave in one hand and a black slave in one hand and a Native Indian slave on the other. You understand? While he's riding on horseback.
Right.
They've overcame us. Now they can put things up like that. Now they can have the Chiefs. Now they can have the Redskins. Now they can have the Blackhawks.
Right.
Now they can have the Blackhawks, man. Wanna know why? Because they overcame us, man. They made us an astonishment. Continue.
A proverb.
A what?
A proverb.
A proverb. What's a proverb? Who know what a proverb is? I ain't gonna give it to y'all.
It's like proverb is that's a pronoun. Person, place, or thing. That's a
look it up. Anyone in the comments? Let's see. Try and sharpen y'all sword up. You know what a proverb is? Go on, Gubar. Take a guess. Go ahead. Take a guess. Yeah, I don't know. Look it up, all right. Let's get it for. So like, I'll look it up. Ain't no sweat, man. A proverb. Read one more time though, so brothers can understand where we at.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
Okay, so here's the definition of proverb. Read for me if you could.
The definition of proverb: a short, pithy saying in general use, stating a general truth or piece of advice.
Now you're supposed to be a proverb onto this.
Right.
Now it's a pity of this, a pity of this word. You understand? What's that pity? Continue.
I'm
gonna show you.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Go ahead.
Verse 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field.
And then what you must understand. We have been made a proverb in this land. The word Indian is a proverb.
Right.
It's like an insult. You get what I mean? Like nigger. Acts 13:1, they call the prophets niggers. You understand? Now, when they first came to America, they didn't just call the North American Indians savages. Who know what they called them? Called them niggas, man. They were the first ones to be called niggas in the American hemisphere. You understand? They saw them and they were a complexion of brown. They're like, oh man, them niggas right there. They even call them, to this day, they still, you know what they call us? Prairie niggas, man.
Wow.
They call us prairie niggas. They call the Mexicans sand niggas. They call the Puerto Ricans island niggas. The white man just got, our oppressor man just got so much hatred for us. He has knows we niggas. You get what I mean?
Right.
But the thing is about Native American Indians and Hispanics, we don't want to be niggas. You understand? Because we think we're different from our black brothers. We got hatred and vexation towards our brothers, man. When we don't realize that everything they've been through, we've been through. You understand? And once we shorten that gap and bring in black and brown unity, we're in the bag, man. We're taking over the world. We are global. Our king is a black man.
That's right.
And once we're able, like, brothers will hear that and then be like, oh, you know, why he got to be black? He just is. You can't fight against that. You get what I mean? Because we're all just the complexion of brown, are we not? We all just brown. Y'all look at Mariah Allah and me. He just a few shades darker than me. You know what I mean? You look at Karonga Bar, he a few shades darker than Mariah Allah.
Right.
Hell, you could look at Native Indian families, Hispanic families, black families. Y'all all got a variety of colors, man. Now imagine a nation. You get what I mean? Imagine a nation. You got a variety of colors in a nation. You understand? Light-skinned East Indians still accept dark-skinned East Indians. You know what I mean? There ain't no difference between them. Man is a bloodline, man. It don't matter complexion. We don't hate our oppressors because they're white.
Right.
They're not even white, man. They're not white. They're red. They're the Redskins. They're the true Redskins.
That's right.
But to mock you and to mock the Lord, mock his word, they're going to call you Redskins. For you to be a proverb in this land, they're going to call you Redskin. They're going to call you Indian. You get what I mean? They're gonna call you they're gonna say the chiefs and all that. But yeah, when it comes down to the powwows and the harvest time
Right.
and in springtime, when it's time for the Native Indians to shine and pull on their regalia and all that, then he wants to be a Native Indian. You get what I mean? It's like that old saying, everybody wants to be a nigger till it's time to be a nigger. You understand what I mean? Everybody wants to be us, but no one wants to go through our hardships. You understand? Everyone wants to be a North American Indian, have the flavor, have the swag, be like us. Y'all ever seen a Native Indian woman? I'll tell you, they not bad at all. And if she cook and clean, man, we in the game. You get what I mean?
Mhm.
All she gotta do is listen. You ever seen a Native Indian woman? It's just amazing. You ever seen Hispanic women, black women? You get what I mean? It's just out this world.
Right.
Who wouldn't want to be us? You get what I mean? But because we're so downtrodden in the ghettos and the reservations, we look at ourselves and we say, who would want to be us? Who would want to be in this predicament? Who would want to suffer all these days?
Right.
Who would want? Why do you think on the Native Indian reservations, the suicide rates are through the roof, man? Why do you think on the Native Indian reservations, they drinking themselves half to death? Why do you think that's the number one alcoholism is in the reservations? The number one suicide rate is amongst Native Indians.
Right.
It's so depressing, man. Our oppression is depressing. You get what I mean? Like, it's so horrible that we think the only way to escape our sorrow is through a bottle. The only way we think we can escape this reality is by ending our lives, man. That's how horrible our suffering is. Why do you think weed is accepted in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian community? Because we think lighting up that, like y'all gotta realize this. The reason our oppressors smoke weed and take pills and all that is to enjoy their kingdom even more. You get what I mean? When you see them in downtown and the cities getting high and all that, they're enjoying life. You get what I mean? They're having a great time. When we shooting up that needle, when we smoking, when we taking pills, we're not doing it to have a good time out. We're doing it to escape reality. Straight up. We may think we're having a good time because we do a bunch of stupidish while we're doing it, but we're not happy. We're not excited. We're doing it to escape our reality. You understand? That's why you walk in and out the ghettos and the reservations where you see crackheads, meth heads, dope heads. You understand? Brothers that can't let go of things that is killing them. Them brothers on the reservation with heroin, putting heroin in their arms, man, with a needle. Does that sound anything like a sane person would do? Wow. Put a needle in their arm and put dope inside in your bloodstream. You know what I mean? Smoke up a crack rock to sniff cocaine. That sound like anything natural? No, but for the simple fact that our oppression is so evil here in America, we have to find some way to escape. We have to find some way to escape these pains and these sorrows, man. Give me that scripture, Mariah. Oppression make a wise man, Ecclesiastes 7:7. Because this is what we don't understand, man. The reason why we die and the reason why we suffer so much in America is because we have been overcome. Right. Because America, they have established their kingdom on our blood, man. They have established their rulership on the downtrodden of the North American Indian. You understand? It's so horrible. It's a horrible thing, man. It's a horrible thing. And every North American Indian, you should be angry about it. Right. You should be angry. You should be angry. You shouldn't want to love this place. I've talked to so many people, man. I talked to so many brothers on the reservations. I talked to so many Native brothers. I talked to so many Black brothers, man. And every time I tell them this, they'd be like, well, if we separate, where are we gonna go? Right. You get what I mean? Like y'all act like we need them, man. Right. What have these Americans, these Europeans ever given to us besides disease and slaughter and mental issues, man? What have these people actually given to us that we can say, oh, this benefited the Native Indian community? What can we say? You see, they still building pipelines right now. They're about to build another one in Virginia. They're about to build another one in Minnesota. The whole oil pipeline thing is another example of how much they don't give a damn about you. They don't care if they pollute your water. They don't care if you end up like Flint, Michigan, man. Right. It's horrible. It's horrible. No one gives a damn. No one gives a damn if your babies are starving in the ghetto. No one gives a damn if your babies are on the reservation dying. No one gives a damn if your son grows up to be a drug dealer. No one gives a damn if you end up being a heroin addict. No one gives a damn if you take your life on the reservation.
Right.
You know what, man? Commanding GEN.YAHANNA cares.
That's right.
The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge since 1969, we give a damn about the North American Indian. And here, native lives truly matter. And here, you ain't no mascot, man.
Right.
And here, you ain't no Indian, you ain't no savage, you ain't none of that, man. You the greatest thing walking this earth.
That's right.
You're one of God's chosen people. That's in the Bible. Give that for me if you come, bro.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Surely what?
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Now, the problem with so many North American Indians, man, the problem with so many of us is we get mad at the wrong things. We come home stressed and need something to relieve it, man, and we beat our women. You know what I mean? We come with so much anger and vexation in our heart that we come home and we beat our kids, that we go molest somebody, that we go become a drug dealer, we go become a gangbanger. You get what I mean? Right. We do all these horrible and wicked things because we don't know how to take our anger out. When we gotta realize our anger should be taken out on those that hate us. Now, I'm not telling y'all to go shoot up a church or something. No, don't do that. That's not how we're gonna win this war. The scripture says that our warfare is not carnal but spiritual. But you want to know how we're going to defeat our oppressors, man? We're going to defeat them by building up Native American Indians. You understand? That's right. We're going to do it by building up the natives. We're going to do it by building up the reservation, by getting drug dealers off the reservations, by getting drugs off the reservations. And they've been trying. We've been trying for a while to do that. But guess what, man? You get the I.S.U.P.K on your reservation, or they'll be gone. That's right. There will be no more drug dealers. There will be no drugs. You want to know why? Because you're going to have brothers up every night to make sure that there ain't no drugs on the reservation. There ain't going to be no more stolen sisters if you put us on the reservations. You understand? We hardcore militant up in here, man. With nothing will get through our love for our people. That's right. We love our people so much as we're angry. We're angry at our oppressor. We're angry at Donald Trump. Right. We're angry at the American government. We're angry at the what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? The descendants of Thomas Jefferson. We're angry at the descendants of Abe Lincoln for all the murder and downtrodden and slaughter that they've done to our people. You understand? Because I will never accept them. No oppressor, no European is allowed in the school. That's right. Straight like that. They're not allowed in the school. If you're of European descent, you're not allowed in this school. No Spaniard is allowed in this school. No African, no Chinese. The only people that are allowed in here is God's chosen people, which is the North American Indian. That's right. Straight like that. The North American Indian, here is a place where you can call home, man. Here's a place where you can be safe. Here's a place that you don't have to worry about all the oppression of the world, man. When I come in here, this is the kingdom of heaven. That's right. Straight like that. You don't even realize all the evil that's going on outside of these doors once you step in here. But guess what? We come in here and we learn and we do everything we have to do in here, and then we go out and teach. We go out and teach our people, man. We go out and join our people onto us. You understand? What does the scripture say? Zephaniah 2:1. Join yourselves together. No, you go out. You ain't got to grab it. But Zephaniah 2:1 says, join yourselves together, O nation not desired. Who's more of a not desired nation than the North American Indians? Right. Than the Hispanics? Than black people? There ain't no one more hated on this earth than us. There's no one more downtrodden on this earth than us. Any more on that, Mariah? And a gift destroyed the heart. And a gift destroyed the heart. Oh, good Lord, forget about that. Forget about a gift destroyed the heart. What did they give the North American Indians, man? Reservations. Right. He gave us reservations. And because they gave us reservations, so many brothers are like, man, how are we gonna hate them, man? How we gonna hate our oppressors, man? Right. They gave us land. They gave us a piece of our land back. You understand? Like all these damn brothers that celebrate 4th of July. Like there's so many Native Indians I saw celebrating 4th of July, right. Independence Day. What's another one more?
Valentine's Day.
You get the point. They celebrate all these damn holidays that ain't got nothing to do with them, that they're oppressors' holidays, and they celebrate it. Why? Because they gift destroyed the heart. Because now they give you civil rights. Because now they give you government assistance. Now because what else? They give you crumbs, man. Right. Crumbs. but we see it as a gift. We see it as, oh man, he loves us.
Right.
You get what I mean? It's that Stockholm Syndrome. What Stockholm Syndrome is imagine if you got a puppy, right? You start kicking and beating the crap out the puppy, right? You start beating the living crap out the dog, and then you start to feed the dog. You don't want it to die because then you got nothing to hit. So you keep feeding the dog, you give it water. That's us in America because we are being fed, because they want to keep us alive so they can keep enslaving us. We fell in love with our oppressor, man. Go ahead, Mariah. You got something to say?
Like, if I could, to bring up that point, I'm right at the precept right here, chapter 7, verse 13. Because they think that they can change the so-called oppressor.
Go ahead.
They said, well, all oppressors, they're not bad.
Right.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Consider the work of the powers, like for who can make straight? It's like for who can make that straight which he had made crooked.
Who can what?
Consider the work of the Most High. For who can make that straight which he hath made crooked?
Now, the first thing it says is consider the works of the Lord, man. Now, didn't our Creator make everything on this earth?
Right.
He made the waters. I'll be there, right, Mariah? I walked past my slave is out by this river, right?
Right.
I passed this. I'm out by Hodgkins. I passed this river. It's like all frozen because it's freezing outside.
Right.
It made me wonder. I'm like, how did a fish not die? Like, you get what I mean? It's frozen under there. Like it's freezing. You get what I mean? Like oceans divide. You get what I mean? Like you will see the difference between the Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Ocean. I don't know the ocean. You get what I mean? There's a division. There's something that's stopping from the water just coming onto the land over there by the lakefront. You get what I mean? There's something stopping all that. The Lord set everything up. You get what I mean?
That's right.
The Lord set everything up. So it's saying, consider the ways of the Most High. Consider the ways of the Most High. Who can make right what the Lord make? Who can make straight what the Lord made crooked, man? How are you going to change these damn oppressors, man, when they have been going to war against your people for damn near 500 years? You understand? What can you change about them? When they, well, I realized, man, that there was no going back is when that oppressor walked into that Walmart, man, and shot all them Hispanics, shot all them Mexican brothers, man. Y'all realize that, huh? That's such an evil and wicked thing. When Dylan Roof shot up Charleston, right? I think, North or South Carolina. It was in the Carolinas. When he did that, that shows you racism is still alive in America.
Right.
The fact that Native Indian sisters are still getting stolen off reservation, and not even them, our children are getting kidnapped as well. But no one's talking about that. No one's giving us no assistance. Ain't no one giving us no aid. Except for the I.S.U.P.K. We ready.
That's right.
We ready. You just have to want it, man. Like we said 1,000 times. You're going to have to want the help. You understand? You're going to have to want the support of the Israelite School UPK. We can't show up.
Right.
When you get what I mean? We can't just take ground. You get what I mean? You're going to have to show that support and say, yeah, I want change.
Right.
Say, I want change on the reservation. You're going to have to say to yourself, I want to join my brothers in unity. You're going to have to say to yourself, I want to live in harmony like we once did before these oppressors came in 1492. Right. You understand? What else? Any more on that, Murray?
Allah says we're going to verse 14, but it's
all right, drop that. I got you holding anything, Crow? I got you holding anything. Give me Revelations. I believe it's 18 and 11. I believe that's what I want.
Go.
You got it for me, Crow?
Go. 18.
I believe it's 11. Oh, so like 11 and 18. So like, give me Revelations 11 and 18. You want to touch on that? If anyone got any questions, go ahead and ask them. You got time.
Go.
Oh, you got it? Go ahead.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry.
And the what?
And the nations were angry.
You come out in these streets, man, here in America, and when we prophesy, these nations get angry, man. When we tell them of the truth of the horror that they've done to the North American Indians, of the slaughter, we go camp damn near. If we ain't going to camp, someone's going to camp. You know what I mean? Like we go camp all over the country, from Charleston to New York to California. You know, we going out to camp, and camp is where we go out and teach. You understand? And teach our people the truth of the Bible.
That's right.
Many North American Indians got this Bible twisted and think that this Bible is a tool of colonization. This is not. It's not the book of colonization. This is the book of the North American Indians. But the reason why we don't know that because our oppressor has stolen it from us, man. Our oppressor has stolen it like he's stolen everything else on this land.
Right.
Y'all gotta realize that the culture of our oppressor is to steal. He's stolen this land. He stole our name. He's stolen our heritage, everything about us. To this day, he's still stealing from us, man. So we go out on these street corners and we go tell him to his damn face how much of a devil he is.
That's
man.
right.
How evil he is. How he's gonna end up burning in nuclear warfare. And they get angry. Continue.
And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come.
And what?
And thy wrath is come.
Go ahead.
And the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that they shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints.
Read loud, Doc. Read nice and loud. Come on.
And to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great.
No, it's saying that the wrath of the Lord should come down. You understand? The wrath of the Lord is going to come down on these people. And the just, and I want you to pick up where you left off, Brian, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, Chrome. It's like, what was I saying? The Lord is going to bring redemption to the saints and the prophets, man. Now, here's the thing you don't know. The saints and the prophets are the North American Indians.
That's right.
That's what we don't know. We don't know that because we've been called savages and Indians and all this. And it's a hard mentality we have to escape from as North American Indians, thinking that this Bible is the book of our enemy. You understand? And this Bible is not the book of our enemy, but it's the book of our king. You understand?
That's right.
This is the book of our heritage, of who we were before. I'd rather be God's chosen people than some Asians. I'm telling you right now.
Right.
Okay, if y'all look at the truth, man, y'all, it comes down to this. Life, I say it all the time because brothers still DMing me about this and questioning me, talking about the land bridge, the Bering Strait,
Right.
the Bering Strait. Y'all don't know history, y'all don't know science. Or a brother be like, we were always here. There was no migration. We were always here. Well, idiot, if you knew anything, you would know life started in the damn Middle East, Mesopotamia, Israel, all that good stuff, Egypt, all that. Now, if you know that, you got to realize this. How did you get here as a people?
Right.
They can't break that down. So it's either you're a Mongoloid, like the white man says, and you believe in his doctrine, which is created by the Jesuits, who are basically, how do I put it, Mariah? They're Christians.
Right.
They're Christians. They're Christians. It's a Christian doctrine made to stumble you up. You understand? Made to confuse you. So it's either you believe in a Christian doctrine or you just believe in some nonsense that can't be proven and you was always here. Or you can look at the facts and see why there's so much archaeology in America of the Hebrew language.
Right.
One of my favorite books right here, The View of the Hebrews, 1825, talks on this greatly, on all the artifacts that they found here in America, showing that the North American Indians have some Hebrew in them. You get what I mean? That they somehow relate to the ancient tribes of Israel. And this ain't just one book. We got many books. Black Indians, Lost Tribes and Promised Land,
Right.
the Encyclopedia of the Native Indian. All these books, True Holocaust, all these books, it's like American Holocaust. All these books point to facts
That's
that
right.
we can't hide from anymore. You understand? As North American Indians, that's the fact that we know Hebrew, that we once knew Hebrew, that we knew the laws of the Bible. Like the reason why Columbus came over here and he never bathed and he never did none of that, and he saw the North American Indians, they were braided, they washed every day, they covered themselves with oils, with like fragrance oils. They kept the holy days. You understand? Which was a famous one. I believe they kept the Passover, if I do remember. They kept the Passover and the Day of Atonement. Fasting. The Native Indians fast.
Right.
That's a culture in the Native Indians. And it's like in the Native Indian culture is to fast. That comes from the Hebrews, man. You understand? It's not stealing to say that the North American Indians are Hebrew Israelites and not stealing anything from the culture. It just point an origin. You understand? Just point an origin of where we started from. Because as long as I'm breathing, I will never say I'm a damn Asian. You understand? As long as I'm breathing, I'm not Japanese.
Right.
Do I look Japanese to you, Mariah? Keep it 100. Let me know. Let me know. Please, let me know. Let me know. Am I Chinese, Krongabar? Let me know. What's another one? The Korean? Do I look Korean to you?
Nope.
I don't look Korean. But what's another one? Damn.
Asian, Filipino.
Filipino. Do I look Filipino? I don't, right? There's a coincidence difference. I never looked at a Japanese woman and was like, I take that over a Hispanic sister. I can't picture. I can't picture me wanting a damn Filipino woman over a black woman. I just can't. I can't picture me wanting a Korean woman. Good Lord, I couldn't picture myself wanting a Korean woman rather than a native sister from the res. I'll take that native sister from the res and all her problems. Tell y'all right now, I'm whatever you got, sister, don't sweat. We're gonna get through.
That's right.
You get what I mean? Who got what I want? Right. Continue.
And to the saints, and them that fear thy name.
And then that what?
And them that fear thy name.
And they that fear thy name, man. Who are those that fear thy name? In the Israelite school, we fear the Lord's name.
Right.
Now, when you hear this, people will think the actual Lord's name. Like when we say Yahweh, we'd be like, if you take it literal, you know what I mean? Brothers be like, oh, we fear the name, you know, like fear the name. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's talking about the like commandments of the Lord. Everything the Lord stands for, we fear him. You understand? We fear the Lord. Continue.
Small and great.
Small what?
Small and great.
All that, small and great. Continue.
And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And should what?
And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And the Lord is going to destroy them that destroy the earth, man. This is a precept that you would want to use for Earth Day.
Right.
Earth Day. When all these oppressors come out, and they talk about save the polar bears, save the trees,
right,
save the Amazon, save Australia, you know, all that nonsense. This is a precept you would want to use. You understand? The Lord is going to destroy them, which destroyed the earth.
That's right.
You want to know why? Because they're the reason polar bears are going extinct. You understand? They're the reason why the tigers are damn near in 2020 are about to die out. You know what I mean? Why the white rhino is no longer here. They're the reason. So this is what a precept you will want to use. The Lord's going to destroy them. You understand? Because they've destroyed us. They've destroyed this whole land and corrupted us and made us a mascot. You understand? They made us. Grab me give me Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2:12 become right. What's another? Grab me Habakkuk 2:12 because we're gonna touch on everything tonight, man. Again, if anyone got any questions, please like and share, comment. If anyone got any questions, please let me know. I'll get to them if I can. Should be able to. Congo Bar, I want you to grab me. What do I want? Give me. No, not that one. Give me Psalms 55 verse 20. Grab me that. So give me Psalms 55 verse 20. Okay. Go ahead, Mariah.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe to him what?
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
You want to know how this nation got established, man? All you Uncle Tama, it's like, you need a scripture again? You need a scripture?
No, yeah, 55 and 21.
20, yeah, come. Read one more time from the top.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
That what?
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
That buildeth a town with blood, man. That's how America got established, is it not? They want to tell you that America is the home of the brave and then the home of the free and all that nonsense. Well, that's not the truth, man. America is the home of the brave and the free if you're a European. You understand? Because on this land, man, that they built their empire on, because it's an empire. This ain't no democracy, man. This ain't no republic. This is an empire. You understand? This is a rulership. This empire was built on the bones and the suffering of the North American Indians. This is why it's saying that they built a town. Woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood. You understand? Woe in this context means destruction.
Right.
Destruction onto America and these Europeans for building this town with bloodshed, man. Now, and this ain't just talking about towns. This ain't just talking about Chicago, Washington, D.C., Wisconsin, or New York City. It ain't just talking about that. It's something even bigger. You know what I mean? Because if this is just a town with blood, imagine what it is to build a country on blood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Imagine how evil. Imagine how the Lord views that. You understand? And I got good news for you. As a North American Indian man, we have hope. We got something coming for us. You understand? That's what we need on these reservations, man. We need hope. North American Indians, Hispanics, we're worth something, man. We're worth something. While I used to go to these Native American Indian ceremonies, man, they always used to ask me, "Are you on the red road, the red path? Are you on the Camino Rojo?" What that mean, Growing Bar? The Camino Rojo. Break it down.
Red.
Come on.
The red street.
Yeah. The red path, man. The red path. And the red path is this. The main North American Indians have this belief that the red path is the path every Native Indian must go on. And the path is how do I explain it? Like you walk this path, right? And it's where you're spiritually one with the Creator because you're following all his rules and his guidance. You understand? The way to rock the true red path here is to be in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We're going to train you and show you how to walk the way of the red path, the true red path, which is the way of the Lord, man. You want to know why? Because obviously the red path that we've been walking here in America ain't been working. You understand? We got the reservations are filled with drugs. The reservations, we got sisters being stolen. The reservations, we got children being stolen. The reservations, we got drug addicts all around.
Right.
We got alcoholics. The suicide rates are through the roof. These are all, how shall I put, evidence of our oppression. You understand? And we must walk the true red path. The true red path here is in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's
what
right.
The scriptures say. We say the path to eternal life is narrow. And the way to destruction is wide. I'm paraphrasing, but this is the path that we chose as North American Indians. Because we're walking down every single path. We're Catholics. We're Christians. We're Buddhists. I'm like, God, what the hell a Native Indian got to do being a Buddhist?
Right.
I saw a sister that was a Buddhist. I was like, what the hell you got to do to be a Buddhist, sis? I'm like, you're a whole native from the rest. The hell you doing being a Buddhist? You get what I mean? We're atheists. We're this. We're spiritual. We're all that. We're everything that we need to be except in our heritage, which is being an Israelite.
That's right.
You know why? Because they built it a town with blood. Continue.
Establishing a city by iniquity.
Establish a city on iniquity. They established this land and everything, and they established America on nothing but sin. You understand? Nothing but pure sin and hatred for us. Everything that goes against God, that's how America was built. You understand? Because it was built after Babylon. It was built after Egypt. It was built after Rome and Greece. You understand? And they built it to sin and defy against God. What's it called? The Freemasons, the mystery schools. They built all of America to represent all these places, man. You want to know why? To spit in the face of the Lord, man.
Right.
To mock the Lord. Drop that for me, Mariah. Grab me Hosea 4:6. You got anything for me, Karan?
Psalms 55:20.
Let's drop that. Let's get what do I want? There's a lot we can go. Let me grab me Proverbs 16:25. Anyone got any questions? Always, please let me know. like and share. Let's get this out. Let's grow with our brothers on the reservation. You got something to say, Mariah?
I was wondering, I know we don't
16.
It's like
16.
count.
because I know we don't deal with the Moors like that. I was on YouTube and I heard a brother. He was a so-called Moor, and he was saying that what that masonry means. Moors came from Moorish science. I'm gonna have to show that is.
Talking about
Masons. Masonry. Say it come from Moorish science.
As far as I know, now I'm gonna have to double check on this, but the Masons, the Freemasons, the actual Freemasons came from the mystery schools,
right,
which were in Egypt. The Moors science and all that nonsense, they come around to like the Dark Ages. You get what I mean? So, as far as I know, the Masons they built their thing and all that after the mystery schools in Egypt and in Babylon. You understand?
Right.
That's why they worship a bunch of nonsense. That's why you see them worshiping the stars,
right,
and an owl and all these stupid things. You get what I mean? All these simplistic things. You understand? They really hold no power. Like they'll look at 666 and they'll think that actually has some power. You know what I mean? Because the scripture says that they won't be able to understand the scriptures. So they see 666 and they think, now these are talking about the low level Freemasons. You get what I mean? But the ones that are the higher ups, that are in the government, so 666 men that run this world, they know what the hell is going on.
right.
They know that one day they're gonna have to pay for what they've done. The scripture says the devil know he had but a short time. You understand? Grant me that scripture. That's what I want. Whoever y'all got, grant me that scripture. I can't remember where it's at. It's in Revelations, I believe, 16. That's a heavy one right there.
Right.
Because the devil know he got about a short time.
Right.
What you got for me? Come on.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 5.
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 5. And it reads, everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord.
It's like, I think it was 25. Go there, verse 25.
Verse 25. Okay. The book of Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. And it reads, there is a way that seemeth
That's
right.
the one. God, read one more time.
The book of Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. And it reads, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man.
There is a way that seemeth right unto a man. What does that mean? Who want to give it a shot? Let y'all get some shot. Go ahead, Carl.
Pretty much anybody teaching and worshiping anything outside the I.S.U.P.K, what they teach, what they are on, it seems right to them.
Right.
But the end thereof is the ways of death.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. But how can we use this if we're talking about the native brothers?
They thinking that what they do in the Reservation, worshiping their false gods and
You're right. Come on.
And what they do in the Reservations and saying that the Bible is
That's what I want. Keep going. Come on.
white man's philosophy and
Get on my hand. That's exactly what I want. By us saying, you go on any Native Indian reservation, you talk to a brother that is woke, as they like to say, or knows something, they'll call the Bible a white man's book. They call the Bible a book of our oppressor, a book of the oppression of the North American Indian, which is not true at all. A religion was enforced on us. You understand? Right. There's a difference from a religion and a belief and a book and all that. You understand? And religion was enforced on the North American Indian and the Hispanics. You walk up and down the streets of America, and if you go see a North American Indian or Hispanic nowadays, you're gonna see them with a lineup. You're gonna see them with their haircut, what they call the Caesar, right? Right. That what they used to call them, right? The Caesar cut, right? The Caesar cut, because it's a Roman custom. You know what I mean? To get a lineup. A Greek custom to get your all them lines up in your hair, man. To get a fade. But back when we was in our rulership, hell, back when we were here in America, the reason why you always see the brothers with braids and so like with all these braids and long hair, they knew the Bible. You understand? The Bible isn't against long hair. They'll teach you that in the Christian church that the Bible is against long hair and no man should have a long hair and he looks like, and that's effeminate when they effeminate. You get what I mean? Like the Christian church want to be like, oh y'all, boys should have long hair, but they over here sucking rod in the church. You get what I mean? They over here molesting little boys. You understand? When heavy long hair is power, man. Straight power. It's a sign of decolonization. You understand? You grow your hair out as a sign of rebellion towards this system. You understand? It's a sign of you still holding on to your heritage, even though they tried stealing it. You get what I mean? It's a sign that you're gonna keep fighting, and you won't give a damn what they think. You understand? You holding something for me? Oh wait, no. Continue, Congo.
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
But what?
But the ways of but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Now, there's many ways that seem right to us as Native Indians. Since now you gotta realize this: the Bible is the number one book in the world.
Right.
It's the most read book in the world. At least everyone once or at one time or another has read the Bible. You understand, Akim? Now, North American Indians, when we think, I should say, that the Bible has nothing to do with us and it's a white man's philosophy and it's a book that has nothing to do with us and we don't read it, we go do other things. You understand? We'll go into Scientology. We'll go into this belief and to that belief and Anunnaki and all and smoking all the weed. You get what I mean? We'll do all these different philosophies to stay away from the Bible. You get what I mean?
Right.
When you actually understand and read the Bible, you'll understand though that you're the people it's talking about. You understand that the ancient Israelites wore fringes. The ancient Israelites had braids. Samson was a Cuban with 7 locks, which is braids all throughout his hair, man. The North American Indians, the tribe of Gad in the Bible, that they were huntsmen. Right. You understand that they spent times in the trees and they spent times in the wilderness. You understand? Even like how we do now. Many North American Indians to this day still hold that custom. I ain't a hunter. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't been hunting. They're gonna take my card for that. They're gonna be like, oh, see that nigga right there? Well, you got something to say? Oh, slap. But you get what I mean?
Oh, God.
That we realize that because we're so, how should I say, that we're so drafted apart and we can't open up the Bible, that we think that we'll go into all these different philosophies and religions. But there's the thing we gotta realize: anything that isn't the Bible is gonna lead us to death, man.
That's right.
You gotta come learn the true Bible. You can't go to a Christian church. You can't go to a Catholic church. You go there, you're gonna be taught lies, man. You're gonna be taught the lies of white Jesus. Those are brothers that have been successfully corrupted, I should say. They've been successfully taught religion. They've been successfully taught Christianity and Catholicism and all that. The worship of the Virgin Mary, the worship of all these saints that the scriptures never calls from. Of all these, you're gonna get what's the word? Motivational speaking, man. You ain't gonna get the truth. Truth is you shouldn't be smoking weed. Truth is you shouldn't be getting high on the res. You understand? The truth is you're gonna be drunk every single day of your life when you can't even speak. You understand? But they'll never teach us that. They'll never tell us that, even for the simple fact that they want to keep us oppressed here in America, man. They want to keep us under here in America. Who got something for me? You got something?
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. I think we'll drop that one.
You said which one?
Hosea 4 and 6.
Oh yeah, Khan, give me that.
Khan, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Or what?
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Now we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge here in America. Who knows why? Who knows why we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge? Because they've stolen all of our knowledge.
That's
you understand? You go look at all the records and the history that we have here in the I.S.U.P.K. Man, I remember when I first walked in here, I got taught these breakdowns. I got showed these in all these books and all this amazing history. And I was like, good night. I've never got taught this in my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we got things you've never even seen before. You understand? We got so much hardcore evidence. It makes your jaw drop. You understand?
Right.
It's so amazing and so next level and so out of this world that you'll go, well, God damn. You understand? Like before I came into the school, what I didn't realize is that what should I say? That the Native Indians went through a slave trade.
Right.
That we went through the transatlantic slave trade. You understand? That we went through slave ships. They never taught us that in high school. They never taught us that in elementary school, middle school. But they'll teach you about the revolution. They'll teach you how they took your land and all that.
Right.
But they won't teach you that you went through slave ships just like your brothers, man. That the transatlantic slave trade started with the North American Indians. You understand?
Right.
Read that from the top again, right?
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
And all you brothers, man, all you Native Indians out there, man, you better listen. All you Hispanics, man, you better get this through your head right now. Read.
Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Whose people?
My people.
Whose people?
My people.
His people, man. You want to know who's the true children of God? It's blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indians.
That's right.
You understand? It's not them damn Jewish people you see sitting in Palestine right now.
Right.
You understand? How are they the Lord's chosen people, man? Have you seen them?
Right.
You compare them to a North American Indian and a Hispanic, they ain't nothing better. They ain't nothing better than a Hispanic.
Right.
They ain't nothing better than a North American Indian.
That's right.
But they want to call you a savage. They want to call you a wetback. They want to call you a criminal. Out there in Winnipeg, they were racially profiling people in the store because they said they look like criminals. You understand? Back where two brothers were checking out a college, I can't remember what the hell. I think it was in Utah. The brothers had long hair because they were Native Indians,
right?
And because they had long hair, they called the police on them, man, saying that they look suspect. You understand? That they look like they were up to no good. You get what I mean?
Right.
Because we're North American Indians, because we're Hispanics, because we look frank. Because they hate us, man. At the end of the day, that's what you got to realize. Because we are the Lord's people.
Right.
He said his people, go ahead,
are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
We're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We're destroyed because we don't know our heritage. You understand? We're destroyed because we don't know where we come from. You ask a Native Indian, where did we come from before being here in America? They can't answer you. They'll tell you that brain straight theory bull crap that was taught to them in school and all that nonsense, right, that was taught by a Jesuit priest, a Christian, but then they'll look at the Bible like, oh, that's a white man's philosophy. And the Bering Strait is the white man's philosophy. You understand? If you teach the Bering Strait theory, you are a successful slave. You understand? Continue, bro.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
And we have rejected the knowledge, man. We come out in the streets, and when we bring this Bible to brothers like, oh, man, I don't want that. That's the white man's book. Right. It's our oppressor's book. We tell them to join the black people. We tell them to join the Hispanic brothers, and they don't want no part of it. You understand? They don't want none of that. And we got to realize that North American Indians and Hispanics, that we're all one people. And they'll look at the Hispanics, and they'll be like, oh, the Hispanic ain't our brothers. They mixed breed. You know what I mean? Oh, they not true natives because they got Spanish last names.
Right.
That's simplicity, man. What happens when you get conquered? What happens when you get conquered? You get the name of your oppressor, man. That's why you're called Native American.
Right.
What's America named after? You know, Mara? I think you know the name by. Who's America named by?
A European explorer by the name of Amerigo Vespucci.
Who?
Amerigo Vespucci.
Amerigo Vespucci. That's the name of America.
Right.
So you even calling yourself Native Indian or Native American? Hell, Native Indian means native savage. It means you've been conquered, man.
Right.
Right. So you look at your Hispanic brothers like they different because they got the last name like Cortez and Hernandez. Right. They got conquered, dumb. Don't mean they Spaniards. They got conquered. They got conquered and enslaved just like you did. That's what we don't realize. But we've been divided so much here in America, and we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and we reject the knowledge. That's why we're dying on the reservations. Right. You understand? That's why we're dying in all our communities from Winnipeg all the way down to South America. You understand? From Canada all the way down, all into South America. You understand? On the Puerto Rican islands, on Cuba, on the reservations here in America. The reason we're dying is because we don't understand knowledge, man. We don't understand the truth of the Bible. This Bible is not the book of our oppressors, man. Right. It ain't the book of no white man. You think the white man got the heart and the glory to be Christ? You get what I mean? You think Christ is some white man? Christ is hardcore and austere, man.
That's right.
He gives a damn about his brothers. That don't sound like no devil. Well, you realize, man, because you've been so corrupted and hated in America, you can't think for a second, I'm something greater. You can't think I'm something better than a savage. You
Right.
understand? You can't look to the sky and be like, I'm something better than a spick or a wetback. You understand? You can't think that. So you know what? You're okay with being the side character. When you're the main character, you
Right.
understand? You're on the forefront. You're something amazing, man. You never realize that. You want to know why? Because you've been successfully oppressed and beaten down in this land.
Right.
Read it one more time, all right?
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
And our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That clear as day. We in every major religion.
Right.
We in every religion. We in every major philosophy. So we destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Continue.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we rejected knowledge, man. We rejected the Bible. We looked at the Bible like it's some book of our oppressor and some fairy tale, you understand, when it's not. This book is the book of the North American Indian.
That's right.
This book is a book of the black man. And we got all the history and archaeology to prove it. We got all right here. You understand? But they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the Lost Luna stone, the Michigan stone.
Right.
They don't want to talk about how Native Indians was wearing the shield of David back then. They don't want to talk about none of that. They don't want to talk about how Native Indians, how the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade started with the North American Indians, how it started with the Hispanics.
Right.
They don't want to talk about that. The fact you even call yourself a Hispanic or a Latino, or the fact you call yourself a Native Indian or a Native American is an evidence of your oppression, man. The fact that you're on a reservation, which is a reserved land of your land,
right,
shows that this is the land of your captivity. Shows that you are less than a citizen. You understand? You don't govern your rules. You understand? Your oppressor runs everything, man. Now, what you gotta do as a North American Indian, man, come back to your pipe. You cook one. Grab me water if you could.
Oh, come on.
You could, Babu for sure. What you gotta realize, man, is you gotta come up against all this evil in this place. You understand?
Right.
You gotta be something greater. You should seek after knowledge. You should want to be something better in America, man. Because we are. We ain't the lowest. You understand? We the highest.
That's right.
But because we're at the bottom here in America and we're so downtrodden and beaten up, we don't want to accept that we're something better. You get what I mean? We hear these words that are being spoken and we think it's evil. And we reject this knowledge, man. Right. North American, every North American Indian, every Hispanic is greater than our oppressor, man. Is greater than European. There's nothing better than the North American Indian. Nothing better than Hispanic. That's why they got a copy. Like the Super Bowl show, it was a whole mockery, man. Because they had the Chiefs winning, the Chiefs mocking the name of the North American Indians. Right. Then they had two, a heathen, and then they had J-Lo, who's a Hispanic sister. From where is she? Puerto Rican, Mexican, right? She Puerto Rican from the Bronx, from damn near New York. You understand? She's seen the ghetto. She's seen the oppression. She's over here dancing for our oppressor, man. You understand? She's over here dancing and shaking all that for our oppressors to mock and laugh at us. You understand? You understand? And the reason, and y'all gotta realize this: there was so much racism that night that J-Lo and Shakira performed because they sang Spanish in their song. You understand? There was so much racism in that, but you gotta understand this. They taught us Spanish. You know what I mean? They taught us Spanish. They enforced Spanish on us. And now they're saying we can't even speak that, man. Right. You wanna know why? Because you niggas. They don't want no niggas speaking Spanish. If it would have been some actual Spaniard up there speaking that, I don't know how Spanish goes, but you get what I mean. If they spoke that proper Spanish, you get what I mean? Right. They'd be like, oh, it's so intellectual. It's so beautiful. The language of love. But once you start speaking that Spanish, man, and sabes qué, but yo soy boricua, you know, as soon as you start speaking that Spanish, boy, oh man, look at this nigga here. You know what I mean? What they hear them Mexicans, sabes qué, way? They can't stand it. You get what I mean? Right. I know what I'm talking about. He live with damn Mexicans every day. Puerto Ricans in Hubble Park, man. Ask this man about it. They'll tell you. You get what I mean? Right. But because you niggas, man, they hate you. They hate the North American Indian. They hate the Hispanic. You want to know why? Because they're so envious of you. Because you're God's chosen people, man. You're God's chosen people. You're the greatest thing walking this earth. You understand? Right. From the West Indian Islands, of Trinidad to Tobago, to the reservations, to the barrios, to the ghettos. You're the greatest thing living, man. You're the greatest thing out here. What you must realize as a North American Indian is you must join with your brothers, man. You got to stop the division. You understand? Grab me Zephaniah 2, verse 1. You Krongabar, I want you to grab me Romans 9, verse 3. Grab me Romans 9, 3. Anyone got any questions, ask them. Lines are open. 9 verse 3. Damn. He said, what? Nick? I hope we ain't got no devils up in here. What race what the hell is that got to do with Jesus anyway? Christ was a black man. Christ was an Israelite according to the Bible. You want to talk about Jesus? Grant me that, man. Actually, no. You exactly what I want. Christ came for a certain people on this earth. You understand? Christ died for the North American Indian.
Right.
Christ died for the Hispanics. Christ died for the niggas, man. Straight like that. Christ died for the people that are so downtrodden and beaten up in this society, and he chose them. You understand? He chose the North American Indian. He chose the Hispanics. He chose black people. I'm sorry to tell you. There's only one per people he chose on this earth. You understand? And we're going to get it. Grab me that Krongabar.
Come. The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that I myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren.
Read loud. Come on, read loud.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 3. And it reads, for I could wish that myself was accursed from Christ for my brethren.
Go ahead.
My kinsmen according to the flesh.
Now, this is the Apostle Paul. He's saying, I wish I was accursed from Christ, meaning like he died like Christ. You get what I mean? That he had that sacrifice for his brethren. You get what I mean? Of his kinsmen of the flesh. Let's see who he's talking about. He's saying, these are my brothers of the flesh. Continue.
Verse 4, who are Israelites.
Who are what?
Who are Israelites.
Who are what?
Who are Israelites.
Who are Israelites.
That's
the
right.
The brothers of the Apostle Paul were Israelites. Continue.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
To who pertaineth what?
The adoption.
The what?
The adoption.
The adoption. What's the adoption? The adoption was Christ as it came to brought. So many brothers, like nowadays, we don't know we Israelites. The North American Indians, we don't know we're the tribe of Gad. The Seminole Indians don't know they're the tribe of Reuben. The Mexicans don't know they're the tribe of Issachar.
Right.
The Puerto Ricans don't know they're the tribe of Ephraim. The Cubans don't know they're the tribe of Manasseh. We've all been scattered and diluted all throughout America. You understand? We became bywords and proverbs, like we just read in the scripture. You understand? Right. So that's why Christ came and died. Christ came to die to bring the adoption. So that brothers that don't know who they are, where you would find that Gentiles in the New Testament here and there, is you would bring them in. You understand? They got drafted into the adoption. Now, is it saying anyone can be an Israelite? No. It's only one people that were chosen and the adoption pertaineth to. Continue.
And the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law.
And the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law. The glory, what's the glory? The kingdom, man.
Right.
The kingdom is given to the North American Indians. You understand? You gotta read the book. One of my favorite books, The Lost Tribes of Promised Land. One of my favorite books, man. It tells you in the book that the North American Indians, when they came across a Spanish explorer, he asked them. He's like, so who do y'all say you are? They're like, we're the Lost Tribes of Israel. And we're gonna rule again on this earth. It says that in the book. They say we're going to rule again on this earth. And we're going to sit on 12 thrones and judge the earth when our king returns.
That's right.
Right now, we're just waiting for people to overtake us. They basically said that. Matter of fact, Mariah, we're going to grab that. Yeah, they don't believe us out there. I know they don't. It's fine. No sweat. What do I want? What do I want? I believe 364. Nah, continue, Coral. I'll grab this. Read this, man.
And the glory and the covenants and giving the law and the service of God and the promises.
And the what?
And the promises.
And the service of God and the promises. The service of God means with the Lord, like when you pray. You know what I mean? The Lord ain't gonna hear no prayer over here.
Right.
That's why he says the service of God is given unto us. We want, if you get healed or something like that, man, the Lord gave that to you. You get an increase or something, the Lord gave that unto you. but he only gonna hear the prayers of the North American Indians, of the Hispanics. But what we gotta do, we gotta stop getting high.
Right.
We gotta stop sleeping with white women. You understand? We gotta stop doing all these wicked things that America has told us is right. We gotta come out all these false ideologies. You know what I mean? Any more on that, Chrome?
Verse 5, who are the fathers and of whom
Go ahead.
and of whom as concerning the flesh.
And who is what?
Concerning the flesh.
Concerning the flesh, man. That's what it's talking about. That brother had the audacity, brother and sister, I don't know what they had the audacity to talk about Christ. What race did Christ come from?
Right.
The Israelite, dummy. He came from the Israelite race. Like it is something new. They're not reading in the Bible where Christ is a Jew.
Right.
Like did y'all niggas not study? Like, come on, man. Christ is a Jew, and the Jews are the so-called Negroes here in America.
Right.
You go read Revelations, you see Christ had woolly hair, man. He had skins like bronze, like brass. How many North American Indians you know got skin like brass?
Right.
A few of them. But here's the kicker. He had burnt brass skin. That's what it says about Christ. He had skin like burnt brass, as if burnt in a furnace. I mean, he was a dark-skinned brother.
Right.
There's many colors in the nation of Israel. You go read Jeremiah 12:3. It says we're a variety of colors. He said we're a speckled bird, a bird of many colors, man. Look at us in this room, man. You got 2, 3 different shades right here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to answer your question, Christ came from the Israelite race. Christ came with what you would consider the so-called Negroes here in America. Read that for me, Mariah.
God, this is the book, Lost Tribes and Promised Lands. Page 365. The God of these children of Israel is the true God. They had said, and everything inscribed on the labels is true. It's like on the tablets is true.
Now, this is talking about when that Spanish explorer found these native Indians, you understand? And they said, well, what you must understand, everything on our tablets is true. Why they say the tablets? Can you go look up the lost lunar stone that was found in New Mexico? Is the 10 Commandments.
Right.
The most ancient writing of the 10 Commandments found, guess what? Here in America. Here in America, in the ancient Hebrew. The ancient Hebrew we got right here on the wall, right behind us, where you see that symbol, what many would call the Star of David, which is actually the shield of David. That's ancient Hebrew right there. That's the Da and the Da put together to make David's name. That was found in America.
Right.
That was found all throughout America. The lost one, Kodash, that we got right there, it's found all throughout America. That's what it's talking about. Everything that we've written on our tablets is true. Continue.
God. At the end of days, they will be lords of all the nations of the earth.
They were what?
They will be lords of all the nations of the earth.
They would be what?
They will be lords of all the nations of the earth.
We will be lords of all the nations of the earth. You know what that means? We're ruling this world.
That's right.
You understand? When Christ comes back, every North American Indian and Hispanic and black man is going to be sitting on a throne right next to him. You understand? Right. He will be our king, and we're going to serve right under him, man. We, the North American Indians and Hispanics, we're going to rule the world once again. We ruled the world before, and we're going to rule it again, man. And right. Power and authority. Going to be nothing but supremacy of Native Indians, Hispanics, and black people, man. It's amazing. It's going to be an amazing thing. And then we don't got to worry about coronavirus because now we got the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
And now there ain't going to be no bat eating. You understand? Ain't going to be no bat eating in the kingdom. Ain't gonna be no smoking weed. Ain't gonna be no sleeping with whores.
Right.
Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be just in righteousness, man. You understand? So to answer your question, we gonna run this, man.
Right.
That's that majority. North American Indians are Israelites, according to the Bible. Black people are Israelites. Hispanics are Israelites.
Right.
We got the history up to date. Go look us up, man. I.S.U.P.K. One West. Go look us up. Come read about us. Come
That's
challenge
right.
us. We know what the hell we talking about, man. Any more on that, Mariah?
Come.
Go ahead.
One nation will come bringing many things to this land.
What?
One nation will come bringing many things to this land.
Go ahead.
And after we have all been provided for, these children of Israel will go forth from where they are now. It's like from where they now are and reign over the whole earth.
What?
One nation will come bringing many things to this land. And after we have all been provided for, these children of Israel will go forth from where they now are and reign over the whole earth.
Now, even they call themselves the children of Israel. And it's saying what we've been provided for. I mean, when we've been freed from this slavery, from this captivity called America.
Right.
This is captivity, man. This is a hell right here. This is a hellish condition. It's a hellish condition not to grow up without your father, man. It's a hellish condition to not growing up and having your mother be a crack addict or,
right.
or alcoholic or addicted to anything. You get what I mean? It's a damn hellhole to where you gotta see which one of your cousins is still alive. You get what I mean? Or which isn't in the prison system.
Right.
This is a hellish condition. This is the oppression we suffer under here in America. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indians, man, we are going to be freed from this according to the Bible.
Right.
The Lord is going to save us. And the Lord is going to establish us as the rulers of this earth. You want to know why? Because Blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indians, you mean something to the Lord. You mean something. You're worth something in this place. Even though that they want to prescribe you and parade you around like a mascot, man. You're not no mascot. You ain't no savage. You're the Lord's chosen people, man.
Right.
You're the greatest thing out there. And it's our job as I.S.U.P.K. Res to let you know. I.S.U.P.K. Res, we taking ground, man. We stepping on reservations.
Right.
And every brother know, man, that they all worth something. And something heavy too I want to touch on is what I want to touch on. The 51st annual Passover.
That's right.
Every North American, Indian, and Hispanic is invited to the Lord's 51st annual Passover. You understand?
Right.
They're invited down, and they you come down, man, have a drink with your brothers. Come eat that lamb. They don't know about that lamb.
Right.
They ain't ready. Mariah, they ain't ready.
That's
you
right.
wasn't ready. I know you wasn't ready. I told you about it. You like, oh, okay, so
right.
And then you ate it. You was like, God damn. You get what I mean?
Right.
That lamb, life changing.
Right.
You eat that lamb, you like, damn, I'm in a whole nother dimension. Then you mix it with that unleavened bread. You like, Most High Christ, man. This is something powerful. They said we had to get over 100 lambs this year. Hear that, Crongle? We had to get 100 lambs for the Passover. What do you think about that? You think that's enough lamb?
For this Passover?
You gonna need more?
Yeah, I think.
You think how many more?
Probably like 150 more.
Good night. Crongle Ball wants every Native Indian in there. He wants all the tribes. Most High Christ, man. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it to where we need 250 lambs at the Passover. That's what we're gonna do. But it starts with this, man. Every North American Indian, man, you gotta change your ways. You gotta accept the true path of life, and where we can get rulership again here in America. But I.S.U.P.K. Res, man, support I.S.U.P.K. Res, support the movement. Check out our Instagram, check out our Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube, man. Come share the videos, like, comment. You know, this is helping build something greater than us. You understand? This is doing the work of the Lord right here. You understand? And building up how shall I put it? Building up something that has been coming a long time. Now the Native Indians have hope in America.
Right.
You understand? If you're interested in getting involved in I.S.U.P.K. Res, contact Officer the Bar Moth, man. We need as many brothers we can, man. This is a movement, man. We growing right now.
Right.
Taking over. It's taking over. I know y'all don't see it right now, but y'all gonna see in a few. You give it time, man. Just give it some time. You're gonna see something amazing happen. You understand? Changes is going to be done to North American Indian life here in America. You understand? Thanks to the I.S.U.P.K. Thanks to Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. It's going to be amazing. Everyone's endowed to the Lord's 51st annual Passover. White Plains, New York, April 9th, man. $100 at the door per person. If you're a child, you ain't got to pay. Most high Christ you. But come on down, man. It's going to be an amazing event. You know, everyone's invited. Every North American, Indian, or Hispanic, no matter what your belief is, no matter what you organization with, you're invited down to Lord's 51st annual Passover. If you're on the Native Indian reservation and you need interested in our programs, come contact us. Let us know, man. We'll help you out. It was for every Black, Hispanic, and North American Indian, man. every Native Indian on the reservation, man. We got food programs, prison programs, GED programs. I go on and on. You understand? It's going to be something great. Let us know. Shalom, Israel. That's our time. I.S.U.P.K. Res. Contact us if you need any. If you're interested in gaining these programs or gaining these classes, man, come get in this all black and come get in this warfare, man. Now is the time. You see World War III and the coronavirus and all this just amping up. And the time is soon where our king will return, man. But with that, pass the class. Shalom, Israel.
Okay. Nice class. Huh?